Hello everybody, welcome to another little reading. I felt inspired to do this, and in celebration of Wi-Fi and no longer having a backlog of videos that I need to upload, I'm going to pull some cards from my Midnight Magic deck by Sarah Richard. It's a beautiful mushroom deck, and we're just going to see what, for whoever is watching this, needs to be pointed out or said. What are some messages that whoever watching this might need to hear right now? What wants to be said? The Hierophant. So for some people there's some emphasis on, or advice on, going the traditional path, pursuing mentorship, pursuing higher wisdom on the situation, on the perspective, or taking a traditional route or choice. And this also could have to do with trusting the truth. I don't know really how to put it into words, but this card speaks to wisdom and mentorship and almost like institutionalized wisdom, guiding wisdom. Let's see what else. We have the Wheel of Fortune upside down, and it just smacked on its face. For some of you, you're going through a time of a lot of unknowns. Things could feel like they're changing, or you could feel like you're walking the path and there's something predictable about what you're doing, about the decisions you're making, about how you're behaving, and it's almost like the sameness of that is contrasted by the instability of the realities of change, and also not knowing, and maybe even feeling a little bit unstable, or feeling like things are maybe a little shaky, or like you don't know where you're going. It's like this is like the path that's delineated for you already, and this is kind of the opposite energy. So what else wants to come out? My shirt matches my pillow. So we have the Devil. Why? Why? And the Six of Wands. So for some people, there's some attachment that's being conquered. There's some pattern or temptation or setback or fixation or obsession, whether conscious or unconscious, that is really holds no power over you. This could also have something to do with shining a light on some sort of deep-rooted pattern or something, because Six of Wands, aside from victory and achievement, it speaks to public recognition. So there could be something, you either could be some it's a spectrum. Some of you might, or at times you may have felt exposed, particularly exposed, or very empowered. Like I said, it's a spectrum, but there's some energy of like confronting or finding empowerment, finding power, finding just this. Why do I want to say the word bravado? I never use that word, but there's some big energy surrounding like attachments. So what else? I'm sorry, let me just click something here. Okay. So we have the Moon and the High Priestess. So the moon is upside down and the High Priestess is upright. So I feel like this is actually pretty cool because the moon upside down is like lost in the sauce kind of vibes. Upright, the moon is already sauce, but upside down it's like there's sauce and I can't even like taste it and I don't even know what the ingredients are. And then there's the High Priestess upright right next to the moon in reverse. So this gives me a sense that you're probably well aware of some weird, confusing, whether it's confusing or just totally unclear, just like energy, like you're seeing it, you're seeing through it. So I think that's a good sign. Smack my cards down. What else? And we have a lot of major arcana. The moon, the High Priestess, the devil, the Wheel of Fortune, the Hierophant. Literally 5 out of 6 cards are major. So you're probably going through something really, really, really deep. And look at that. Okay, so when I split the deck, I just noticed the 10 of Cups, and then we have the 9 of Pentacles on the bottom. So it's like that fulfillment, that peace, harmony, ease, like it's coming. I don't feel like you necessarily are lacking it, but I do feel like there's some changes that are bigger than you can even grasp or perceive right now, perhaps. What else wants to be said? The 5 of Swords fell right over the devil and the moon, so yeah, there's some deep subconscious attachment that is arising and creating this conflict. And it almost feels as if you're very conscious, well aware, responsible, empowered. 6 of Wands, High Priestess, Hierophant. And you're dealing with these very, very deep-rooted, deep-seated energies. Moon upside down, Wheel of Fortune upside down, Devil, 5 of Swords upright. So, okay, any advice for navigating this energy? Wow, we have the Lovers that just came upside down. So I feel like with the way that this came out, there is some feeling of a reconfiguration of what I'm seeing is, imagine like little buckles that you plug in, and like clips or whatever. I'm trying to think of like what usually has like the clip on like your helmet chin strap or whatever when you put your helmet on. Imagine I'm seeing those clips being plugged together and then unplugged, and then the components within each of the parts of the clip are being unscrewed and taken apart and spread all out. So it's just like, what the heck am I even seeing? I'm in conflict because I need my belt buckles, and I don't even know what this mess on the table is. It doesn't even look recognizable anymore. So what do I do with all of it? What is going on? Like, what even is going on? But like, you recognize that, you know, as above, so below. If you took it apart, you can put it back together for the most part. And you're aware. You're aware. And you're very empowered. So things are going to become more cohesive, but they are flipped around right now. Things might not feel very clear or very, very obvious yet. 6 of Swords in the split, so you could be moving away from something, could be going through a pretty significant transition, and it's incredible that we had the Lovers, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major arcana out of 9 cards so far. So let's see any other final words of advice for those who resonate with this. Bro, it flipped out so smooth. and it was upside down, the Strength card. And it was upside down, and it fell on top of the Devil and the Five of Swords. So, this is so trippy. I feel like some of you might be going through a period where you are definitely letting go of something with the Eight of Cups. But you are reifying your sense of strength, the reserves that you draw upon from deep within your soul, and that is being reflected back to you through this internal conflict, or these deep-rooted attachments that create disagreements in your own conscience, if that makes sense. What I mean by that is, with the Devil card, that this represents attachments, and with the Five of Swords, this represents conflict and potentially disagreement and strife and argument and disagreement. And so that energy is present, and Strength coming out upside down on top of that energy just makes me think that you are in some kind of situation where your own power is being mirrored back to you in a way that you can't quite see yet. Anything else? Advice. You have the Eight of Wands upright, just flipped right up, didn't even fall out the deck, so you're well on your way. You are moving quickly, you're moving forward, your things are happening maybe quicker than you can see. We also have the Five of Cups, so things are changing for sure. And there might be some grief associated with the changes. And we have the Eight of Swords, and yeah, I would advise you to not get trapped in the workings of your mind as much as possible. Try to plug back into your body and the present moment when you start to get stressed out. Lean on your support, lean on your practices, lean on meditation, lean on yoga, exercise, nature, talking to friends, disrupting any repeating thought cycles. That's really key, because this energy has a lot of potential to come and sweep your mind away and take you down a rabbit hole where you don't necessarily need to be, because, you know, hanging out in rabbit holes all the time, I don't think is really always the best thing. Maybe sometimes it's fun if you want to be like Alice and go there, you know. So yeah, let's see what else. Alice in Wonderland, that was my reference. Peace, peace, peace. There's just a big emphasis on peace. Connecting with your peace as best you can. You have the Three of Swords upside down. Yeah, peace, because it's hard. What you're going through is probably maybe painful in some ways. We had the Four of Swords and the Ten of Wands that came in on top. So this feeling of whatever is burdening you is not going to stick. It's not going to weigh you down forever. And then we had the Four of Swords just fly out. So peace, rest, mental stillness, it's here. It's accessible right now. And it's coming more and more. So yeah, I would say stay in this energy as best as you can, you know. Do what you can to maintain the peace. And there's going to be a lot of letting go, a lot of new adventures, a lot of new maybe experimenting or risk taking or trying, or just like letting go. Sometimes, yeah, could be a little scary, but I don't know, that's what I'm getting. So I'm gonna ask for one more advice. Anything that anyone watching needs to see. And if you're still here, thank you very much. Okay, amazing. We have the Four of Pentacles right after the Four of Swords. I take that as a really good omen. So, and 10 of Wands at the bottom just makes me think like the burden is beneath everything it's done. So yeah, I would say maybe strengthen your body or do what you can to feel physically physically able to rest, whether that's getting a massage or, you know, I know for me, like when I am active, I spend time in nature, I do movement, like physical movement that feels nourishing for my body. I've been doing yoga every single day, but today I did a class that felt kind of like a little bit too much on my wrist, so I decided like next day, couple days, I'm gonna do a little more gentle flows and figure out what I need to nourish my physical body, because when my physical body feels really good, right now my back hurts because I've been hunching over and I've been like sitting up on my laptop for a while and toiling and washing dishes and doing all these little tasks and stuff, which stimulates my mind. But it's so good to have a foundational kind of practices or rituals or things that you can lean on to garner this sense of stability and calm and just like static niceness within you. So that's where I'm gonna leave it. I hope you enjoyed this. I am, currently traveling, living in my van RV right now, so I'm very happy that I have service and I can finally have some space to record a reading, because I've been receiving so much information and downloads, as the spiritual kids say, which I think is a pretty good word, although I kind of am self-conscious about using it. I try to avoid using it until I kind of make my own relationship with how I define that word, because I'm very particular about, you know, the words that I use, especially when it comes to reading tarot and spirituality and intuitive reading, stuff like that. So anyway, I do offer personal readings. You can check out all of the information in the description. I offer Celtic cross readings. I offer 12-card 12-house zodiac spreads, and I have a deal going on right now where I'm offering them for $65 for the next few people to sign up for one, and then they're going to go up in price. And yeah, so just check that out, and thank you again for tuning in, and see you next time. Bye.